Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood Comets boys basketball. Joining us is the head coach, Mark Atherton. Well, Mark, you had a tremendous team last year, 21-4 record, and here we are to start 2014-15, the preseason, 6-2 as you head into the regular season. I'm sure you're pretty excited thus far with the effort from your guys.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think in our exhibition season, we were able to see a lot of different things. We had 3 games that we were able to win by 2 points. That was a good thing in close games to be able to pull those out. We lost a game with Myers. We were down 1 with 30 seconds to go, and we lost that one. So we lost a game like that. And Allentown Central Catholic at halftime, first half we were down 34-16. We weren't happy with our effort, and in the second half, with 3 minutes left in the game, we took the lead 42-41, holding them to 7 points, over that span. So, we ended up losing that game, but we were thrilled with the way we came back and the way we responded from halftime. So we were able to see a lot of good things, a lot of things we knew we needed to work on, and so it's been a good exhibition season for us.
A little post-Fazzini, you're not going through a year with a Fazzini, so I'm sure that's been a little tough, but you got some other guys stepping up.
Yeah, it's been, I had the great fortune of coaching 3 Fazzinis, and, it is a sad day when you lose a Fazzini, and like I always said, it's not just the basketball. There's 3 great young men, and losing them every day, the spirit that they brought to practice, the leadership they brought, both in the classroom and on the court, was just phenomenal. And so, yeah, we're not quite in withdrawals, but, we knew what they meant to the program. And, I'm just so happy. Chris is having a lot of success at Kings, starting for Kings. John and his brother also starting for Kings. And, it's just great to see those 2 guys doing great things in college.
Mark Atherton, Crestwood Comets boys basketball. Well, you got one guy I know right off the top, Cole Wasco, who's really done a nice job taking the leadership role there at Crestwood.
Yeah, Cole, we're really happy with Cole. Cole started as a sophomore for us, and each year his role has become, bigger and bigger. And this year we're asking him to do a lot of the scoring for us, and he's responded. Cole is a kid who could score many different ways. I would put him right up there as one of the best players in the league, and we're really excited what he's bringing, both on the defensive end and on the offensive end. So we're really excited, and it's the way it should be. If you're brought up as a freshman and you're playing JVs and you're sophomore, you're able to start. By your senior year, you need to be the leader of the team, and he has responded quite well.
Tell us about Jason Dotzel, another senior on your squad.
Jason had a little experience as a sophomore, coming off the bench for a few minutes a game. Last year, played a nice role off the bench for us. And here he is, a senior, with probably, with Cole Wasco, our 1-2 punch. And he's stepping up, and he's doing a nice job rebounding and getting scoring for us and stuff like that, and leadership. He's a very good leader for us on the court, and he's doing good things. And once again, taking that role from last year with a lot of seniors, he came in off the bench, and now here he is as a senior, playing that same role they played.
Coach, take us through some of the other players you have on your team that are hitting the floor. I know you have a couple of guards in there that'll also contribute. Nobody really off the charts height-wise. 6'4" is about where it seems like you're going to top it off. But let's talk about some of the other guards that are on your team.
Yeah, we're not a real big team. Our point guard, Robbie Hopkins, he, again, as a sophomore last year, he was able to get some minutes behind Brady Gallagher. So he has some experience coming in. He's doing a nice job for us. We're really excited about him at point guard. Our swing guard, we have Lance Blass, who's the football player. He's the all-state football player. He's only a sophomore. He's in the starting rotation right now, and he's doing good things, getting his basketball legs under him. And I think as the season goes on, and he's really going to be a nice asset to our program. So we brought him up as a freshman last year, and again, here he is as a sophomore starting for us. And so I think, the other starter right now is Mendel Foreman. He's about 6'1.5", but Mendel has great ups. He can jump very well. Still learning the game. and he's one of those kids who has a big upside, but is very raw right now. He's a junior. Unfortunately, I probably in all my years, I've never had so many injuries. Josh Malcolmus would have been our starting swing guard. He broke his wrist right before the season, so he's out till the second half of the league. And we have our big kid, who we really like, Brandon Schmidt, who's coming along. He's 6'4". We believe he has a broken bone in his wrist. He actually just hurt it in our last exhibition game, and so he's waiting on some MRI results too. So he hasn't practiced in the last few days. So, we have Timmy McHugh, who's hurt also, and another one. He was a very good soccer goalie, Lance Leasack. He's out. He broke his wrist in soccer, and it never healed right. So he actually just had 2 screws, and he's out and put in his wrist, and he's out for the year. So I've never had so many injuries, but again, we're hoping it builds depth as the season goes on.
And then I guess Nick Gavio, one of the other guys who's a senior on the squad, only a handful of those.
Yeah, Nick's playing a nice role off the bench. He's a senior who comes in, and we try to give him a role of doing a lot of the little things to help us succeed. He's playing, doing a good job defensively, and he knows his role isn't going to be scoring a lot, but he could put the ball in the basket if asked. But he's doing everything that we're asking and providing a lot of leadership. So we're excited about Nick also.
Mark Atherton, Crestwood Boys Basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We were driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Coach, obviously a lot of coaching experience with your dad, and what you do. Do you try to change year to year with the talent you have, or do you have a system and say, guys, we got to adapt, and this is what we're going to do here? Tell us about your coaching philosophy there at Crestwood.
Well, I think it's 2 things. Number one, we do have a system we put in place. We try to build it from our younger program from 7th grade. We advance it a little bit more in 8th grade, advance it a little bit more in 9th grade, and try by the time they get to our JV and varsity, we put in a system defensively. Everybody is aware of our half-court defenses, what we want, our philosophy, our numbering codes. We all use the same. And then our motion offense, everybody, as they're coming up, it gets a little bit more advanced. And so we do have a system. And, we try to, in 7th grade, put that in place. And hopefully by the time they get to the varsity level, it's advanced to where, we like it. So I'm always one who says you need to adapt with what talent level you have, and I think we do. But I also think there's a system in place that you have to put in that everybody knows. This is what we like to do, this is what we know, and this is what we're going to try to win with. So we kind of do a combination of both. I'll put some quick hitters in offensively to adapt to our strength and play to our strength, so those change over time. But offensively and defensively, we do have a philosophy that we like to do, and we're doing it quite well. And a good example is right now when Josh Malcolmus got hurt, a JV player, Jason Klusewicz, stepped into his spot coming off the bench, actually, and he is playing, at a high level right now. And again, he got his shot, and it was next man up, and he's doing a great job. And when Josh comes back, once again, it's building depth for our team. So we're real excited about, him coming through the JV system, through our freshman system and everything, and knowing what we want, stepped right into that role.
Mark Atherton graduated a lot of talent last year, but he's back again this year with this squad. They're 6-2 in the preseason, getting ready for the regular season, and I'm sure when it all shakes out at the end, that is, the District 2 AAA playoffs, Crestwood would be considered one of those top-tier teams. Mark, we appreciate your time. We wish you well as the regular season goes along, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Sean. I appreciate you having me.
Mark Atherton, Crestwood Boys Basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.